Hey everyone, welcome to this demo of import-export data for LMS. This is one of those areas of CodeBot that takes on a slightly different logic than some of the standard workbook areas. The key here is we're going to add an iteration, set the config details in the config tab. Usually that is assigning either an import or an export task. We prepare the workbook to create a new tab within the workbook. And then from that new tab, we execute process workbook. So it's kind of a three-part step to get configuration from the instance itself. Once you have the configuration from the instance, you get a sense of the format that it's in. You can then push changes back up to the instance in a later step. But let's just go through those first sort of couple steps to getting the data down from the instance itself. So you'll go to Import Export Data LMS, select Add New Iteration, select your instance from the company dropdown. In this case, we have just going through adding the host address, company ID, SF username, and a description. Okay, we'll submit the form. Once the form is submitted, all that's going to do again is create the blank workbook on that new iteration. So the blank workbook will be created, and it's that first tab that we're looking for. So we'll go ahead and open up the workbook, and you'll notice it's just the one tab in the workbook with the LMS Import Export Data Config. Once the workbook loads, in column B, we've got Select Generic Object. On that dropdown, all these various import and exports. We're going to do export questions. Run this job immediately available true. We'll select our time zone. We'll set the status to pending. And any other of the necessary items within that section. So if you need to put the date in the correct format, the time in the correct format, etc. Then back in CodeBot, we'll click the hamburger menu. We'll do process workbook. We'll enter in our password for our user, add a definition or an execution note, and then we'll click confirm and start. All right, great. So the bot is processing. We'll check the eye icon to check in on the status of the execution. So we can refresh the details, make sure that the bot logs in correctly and processes this data correctly. All right, you can see in the details log that the bot has logged in and gone through. The status is turned over to complete. We'll open up this workbook, and you can see now we have a new bit of tabs there. There's objectives, there's feedback, there's question. And in each of those sections, we have the data that's pulled down from the workbook itself, or from the instance itself. If we wanted to make changes to those, we would simply reset that item to pending and push those changes back up. This was a quick demo for Import Export Data LMS. Again, just trying to describe the logic of how to essentially generate that workbook. Really, the most important step is getting the config tab formatting correct. Thank you so much for watching, and please reach out if you have any questions.